We're really excited to actually help Stanford and Dartmouth bring their commencements to the world. So with the live streaming feature, a lot of folks have already, in terms of YouTube partners, they've already been self-streaming all kinds of content, but this is our very first live stream of a commencement ceremony that's happening on YouTube. So Dartmouth and Stanford are the first movers.
Give us an update on where things stand with YouTube and the education initiative and the scope of it in the U.S., globally, and kind of how it's shaping up.
Sure. Well, YouTube.EDU, as it stands today, is focused mostly on university and college content. We feature over 400 colleges and universities around the globe. There's a ton of universities in the US, Canada, and Europe, as well as all the way to Australia and Israel. They have committed to uploading primarily educational content to YouTube and sharing that content with our global audience. As far as where we're headed, it's actually really exciting. Right now, we're primarily, as I said, college and university focused, but we're hoping to expand YouTube education and YouTube.EDU as a portal to include content for all ages. So if you're thinking about learning anything from 1 + 1...
Mentally adding these up, we would think 10, 12, 17, 19.
all the way to college level linear algebra.
Let's take equation number 2. If I make a picture of all the points that satisfy, all the x, y, z points that solve this equation, well, first of all, the origin is not one of them.
Or organic chemistry.
This backbone has 10 carbons in it. The prefix for 10 is dec. It is a alkane since it has all single bonds, so we can write decane for the backbone.
Or about Bob Dylan.
He basically made off with his roommate's collection of albums, took them to New York, and schooled himself on this deep history of American popular music.
We have lectures up there that are already vast in terms of diversity and interests, and we're hoping to expand that even further, because what we're trying to do at YouTube.EDU is to build a global classroom. The whole idea of one person at the front of the classroom, in this age, YouTube.EDU allows that one person to teach to an audience of millions. So it's not just 30 students in a classroom. A teacher can reach millions of students in one go with one video, which is incredibly exciting, I think, for the educators that are teaching today. Your audience is beyond just the classroom walls. One fun statistic I like to note is that there's actually over 7 years worth of educational content today on YouTube.EDU. That means the equivalent of a PhD if you were to spend 7 years going through...
Without sleeping.
Yeah, without sleeping, exactly. There's an incredible wealth and breadth of content on there, and in terms of looking forward, we're just continuing to build and to grow, and we're hoping to truly build the global classroom.
What's the difference between a college's YouTube channel and YouTube.EDU?
Any college, actually anyone in the world, really, if they wanted to start a YouTube channel, any institution could start a YouTube channel. The difference between being part of YouTube as a whole and the subset of specialized YouTube education partners is that YouTube.EDU partners have committed to uploading high-quality educational content. That means that when you go to youtube.com/edu, you actually search within only that set of high-quality educational content.
What are some best practices for institutions to be on YouTube.EDU?
One thing is that they should absolutely upload educational content. The more you can share, the better. I think in that respect, Berkeley, MIT, Stanford, those are our role models in terms of YouTube educational content. They have uploaded full courses onto the site. Another thing is to upload often and to refresh the content on the channel. So if you keep the content fresh, you keep people coming back. And it's important not just for the community on campus, but when you think about your alumni community, they like to know what's going on. They like to see what their favorite professor is up to. I think you should engage the alumni community, and then when you think about engaging the broader community, I think Berkeley, for example, their top audiences are actually not in California. it's actually overseas. So they have built up an incredible amount of goodwill with students and learners from around the world because they're offering up their content on YouTube.